I'm Elisa and I am the Scrappy Wife behind scrappywife.com, and today I have a memory keeping process video for you. I am working primarily with the Felicity Jane kit Amanda from the month of July, and I haven't really gotten to use the kit very much because I've been a little bit behind in my memory keeping, but I'm going to document a picture from August actually, and this is a picture of my parents and my kiddos. My parents have lived up near where I am in Northern Virginia for 11 years, and just this past week made the move back to Texas. So this is the picture we took before they drove off. It was pouring rain, so we had to take the picture inside the garage, but I just wanted to document that sweet moment, and I thought this lemon paper was perfect because we are just trying to make lemonade out of lemons in 2020 is what it feels like. So I have this paper pulled. The back of it is this stripe, diagonal stripe. And then I also have a couple of mixed media sprays from Dina Wakley. These are her gloss acrylic sprays that I wanted to try on this page. So I will put you all on fast forward. Everything I end up using, I'll make sure to link down below. Otherwise, let's go. Okay, people ask me all the time how I contain these sprays because they definitely have a tendency to go every which way. And I always mention spray in a box. Actually, the Felicity Jane boxes work really well, but I didn't have one handy. So this is just an old Amazon box. Put your paper in the box and spray from there. That keeps it contained so it's not all over your desk space, all over everything that it can reach, because man, that spray travels for sure. So I let it dry, and now I'm going to combine these two pages, and the pinks are not exactly the same, and that's okay. And it's kind of a little funky using the lemons. So actually I'm going to choose this other piece of paper that kind of brings that pink and the blue over to the lemon part, and that'll kind of bring all of the colors together. I go ahead and attach my diagonal mixed media page over on the left side of this layout, and then I will trim it out. Now, I did let the paint air dry. You cannot use your heat tool on this because it's basically plastic, and so you're heating up plastic, and that's not good for you or good for the plastic. It's not good for the paint. So just let these Dina Wakley gloss sprays air dry when you are using them. Okay, now this is a tricky layout because I have a lot of busyness going on in the background. Putting those bold stripes behind part of the picture definitely helped, and now I'm thinking, do I need to matte more of it? It's a lot going on, and that's probably my fault for picking that lemon paper, but I just thought it was so appropriate with the making lemonade out of lemons, because we're really happy that my parents have had the opportunity to move to Texas, but of course we are really sad. My whole family, all my kiddos are really sad that they moved. It's going to be better for them in the long run, but they have been here for as long as my kids can remember, and so it was definitely a mixed feeling. So I just couldn't pass up the lemons, wanted to use mixed media, so here we are working with a lot of patterns, and apparently my solution for that is to add even more. That might seem a little counterproductive, but in my head, I am drawing a line from the top left to the bottom right with ephemera pieces. In this particular kit, there were paper ephemera pieces, paper die cuts, and then some chipboard pieces. So some nice dimension. And it works really well to kind of draw that line. So I'm going to use the paper pieces to draw the line to bring your eyes to the picture. The picture is the big statement, obviously. That's where the story is, and all of the other labels and paper pieces really tell the rest of the story. You have the car because they're about to leave on their road trip. You have the actual piece that says road trip, the little dangling rainbow of hope up there in the left. All these little pieces tell part of the story, and that's what I love about including lots of paper pieces. It's not just random. It's not just because they coordinate with a certain color. In this case, a lot of them are telling the story of what's happening in the picture. So I'm going to play with the pieces just a little bit more to try to get the final arrangement. I end up adding in a few hearts, and for me that brings it together even more, just showing the love. There's a lot of love between grandparents and grandkids, and I wanted to make sure to include that. I also pulled in one of those lemons up in the top left where I'm adding the road trip chipboard piece because that brings that lemon over onto the left side. So I think it helps balance it out just a little bit. And then I will get all of these pieces adhered down. That'll go pretty quickly. This is a quick page. Not every page has to be over the top. Not every page has to be super complicated. In fact, a lot of the Felicity Jane supplies are just so beautiful. They stand on their own. You can have paper, attach a few photos, you know, and call it a day just because it's gorgeous. And getting the photos down is much more important than creating a layout that is like crazy new and innovative and that took you 4 hours. Just get the pictures down and get the stories told. The last little embellishment I'm going to add to this side of the paper are some green little puffy stickers. There was no green on the left side of the spread, and so I wanted to kind of bring it through. So I'm adding these little puffy hearts again just to continue that line. And now I decided I don't want the journaling to be on the front. I'm going to have the journaling be on the back, and it's going to be super simple as compared to the front of the page. So I love this rainbow card. I wanted it on my page from the beginning, couldn't quite make it work on the front. And I'm just going to have a simple journaling card and label, and I'll have it be a tip-in so that you can flip it up and read on one part of it. But when you turn to this page in my Crafty Club playbook, which is where I'm doing my memory keeping this summer, then you will just have this simple striking page that will have the story on it. So I end up using archival ink. That works well on these Felicity Jane pieces because they have kind of a coating on them. They're a little bit slick, so I still end up smudging it because, you know, that's what I do. I picked it up right here and then it ended up right there. It smudged right when I was picking up. If I had just left it alone, it would have been fine. But I cut down another sheet of paper to kind of frame out where my card is going to be. That's where I noticed that there's a little smudge on it. Oh well, I'm going to go with it anyway. So I attach the paper and then I will attach the label and take the whole journaling card over to my typewriter to type out my journaling. A hint, if you are wanting to type on these small 3x4 cards, it can be a little bit tricky. What I do is washi tape the card to a larger piece of paper and then I put that through my typewriter. It makes it much easier to type on than just trying to feed the 3x4 card into it. So just be careful of that. Make sure you use washi tape that's not going to rip the card, but otherwise it works really great. So that's how I end up getting my typing on these smaller cards. All right, I attached the card on one side with washi tape so that you can flip it and read the journaling, and this page is done. Short, simple, and sweet for a summer goodbye. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and consider hitting that subscribe button as well as the bell notification button. I have all the supplies I use down below, so make sure to check out those links. I hope that you have a fabulous day, and as always, keep it creative.